Remember one of my favorite Urban Meyer stories that he told me is when he was an assistant at Notre Dame. And, he's like low man on the totem pole, right?
Yep.
Under Lou Holtz back in those days when he first got started in coaching. And he talks about trying to recruit at Notre Dame. And he said they put these 3 kids on a plane from Florida. And the recruiting window was this and this and this. And then one weekend something would come up where it looked like the weather was going to be bad once you got into November and their high school seasons were over, right? And they had to cancel the trip. And then they had to push it back 2 weeks because Notre Dame had something going on. Then they had to push it back 2 or 3 more weeks because something. He said all of a sudden January hits. And he said he's standing there and at the South Bend airport. This wasn't a private plane deal. These were like these kids are getting on a plane in Pensacola and they're going through Atlanta and then they're going through Chicago to get to South Bend, right? And these guys are like 6'4", 285 pounds, 300 pounds. He says and so when the plane comes, they just have the stairwell. You're not walking from like the plane into the, the little walkway thing where you're not exposed to the elements. And he tells a story that as he's pulling up about an hour before it hits him, that there's a good chance these kids don't own a winter jacket. And he said it's like 10 degrees, snowing sideways. Plane lands somehow, some way. And these guys come walking down the steps, and you can see them through the glass. This is pre, 9/11 days. You can just walk right in, pick up anybody, meet them at the gate, whole deal. Mm-hmm. And he said these 3 guys get off the plane. And he said they were the most miserable human beings he's ever seen. So he said he left the car running right out front, big SUV. He brought 3 jackets with him, gives them 3 jackets. And he said he knew the second they got in the car, they were going to spend the next 48 hours there, that he had 0 chance of having these guys come play at Notre Dame. None.